welcome to a day in my life. This was a very, very fun vlog to record, and I'm really excited to show you guys what my day consisted of. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Usually on Sundays, I like to relax, hang out, chill, but since I am behind on a few things, I figured I'd just take a part of my day to catch up on a few things. So before doing that, and before starting my day, I make sure that I take my dog for a walk, I feed my animals, I then feed myself, make that cup of coffee, and vibe out to some really nice music, because that is how I can have a great day. So I also cook breakfast in the morning. Depending on how I'm feeling, I like to make oatmeal because it's very easy to make, especially those quick oats. So I'll just sit there and eat for a little bit and get started with the day. In terms of my self-care routine in the morning, it is surprisingly very simple. I don't use facial wash for my face, nor do I use any of those like fancy lotions or face balms or whatever you call it nowadays. So it's just washing my face with cold water, brushing my teeth, and a simple brush up for my edges so my hair can be laid, and that's that.
So I got this plant, let's see, like 2 months ago, and it took 2 months for these babies to sprout. Like, look at that. Like, I was getting worried because I'm like, why there's no new leaves coming out? And look, there's one here. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3. And wait, is there another one? Let's see. Oh, and 4. Look at that. So I drenched this plant in water the other day, and they just started coming out. You want a snack? Come on. He only loves me when there's snacks. All right, you ready for your snacky snack? He's obsessed with these things. Here. See how much love he gives me when I give him snacks? See that? Here. Go. It's right there, baby. I think that's enough. Or should I give him another one? All right, here.
I had to reorganize a couple things because, number one, let's talk about this shelf. This shelf has been in here for, let's see, a year now, and I think this is the first time that I've ever cleaned them or dust them off. So yeah, today was the day, and of course my OCD was kicking in, so I really made sure that the shelves were clean so that way I can put my artwork and my plants up there. So yeah, had to do that because it was driving me crazy. In terms of how long it takes for me to clean my studio, it really depends. But since I am not a messy person and this is my art studio, I like to keep things a certain way. So I'd say it takes me about like an hour to get everything back to how it was. But like I said earlier, I am not messy, so there really wasn't much for me to do other than just water my plants, dust off some shelves, and this printer, because this printer I have not used in a while. So yeah, that needed some loving. And then I do have this tier shelf that I did get from Walmart a couple of years ago. And I use that bottom area, this bottom area, to store majority of my paints, because if I do put them elsewhere, I mean, there's really nowhere else to put them. So this is the only spot that I could store them. And then I end up cleaning the rest of the studio with either I'm mopping or I'm sweeping. I'm shifting things around and sweeping again because I have OCD, sweeping again, and then hanging up some art in the studio just so that I could gain some kind of inspiration and just really make the studio come to life, because I wouldn't want to be in here if there's no life to it.
shit, that is about to fall. Okay, so what did we do earlier today? So early this morning, I got up at like 7, 8. Then I freshened up. I usually wash my face in the morning, brush my teeth, take out my dog for a walk. I made some coffee. That's the first thing that I need in the morning. And then I made myself something to eat. Something really small because I don't like eating really large breakfasts in the morning. It makes me tired, so I'd rather have something really small. I just came back from lunch with my husband. We had something to eat and hung out for a little bit. He's back in his office working on an essay for class. And now we are back to the grind, all right? So after this video, I'm going to start working on a few of those social media posts and stories. And if you haven't checked out my previous video for the building my very first graphic design portfolio, I'm gonna link it here for you just so you guys can get an idea of what I've been working on these last couple of weeks. And yeah, and that'll be it for today. It's been a pretty long day so far, very productive, which is great. I've kind of been feeling a little bit under the weather these last couple of days, but you just gotta keep going, you gotta keep pushing. So yeah, I am really looking forward to working on these ads and these posts for Instagram. But yeah, let's go get started.
This is one of the 4 projects that I assigned myself to work on. So backstory, I am in the process of building my very first graphic design portfolio, and I do have a video. I'll link it on the right side of this screen here so you guys can take a look at that. But I've been wanting to build my graphic design portfolio for years because it's something that I was really passionate about, and it's something that I'm very passionate about and been wanting to pursue full time. So with this design in particular, I am working on an Instagram ad for a fake company that was generated from a website called Good Brief and ChatGPT. So the reason why I am creating these fake projects for myself is to familiarize myself with this process. So when the time comes, I already know what to expect, or at least I know how to go about working with a brief, which is very important when it comes to these really, really large design projects. So far so good. I ain't gonna lie, you guys, this has been like the hardest part of it all, because I don't work with Photoshop. I mean, I have worked with Photoshop in the past, but I do prefer working with Procreate since I've been working with this software for a while now. So I've just been learning how to align my text, my images, my art within Procreate and really just make the best graphics that I can. But yeah, so it's been a really interesting journey to say the least, and I am still learning, but I am really excited because I will be soon launching my very first portfolio soon. So I'll definitely show you guys snippets of that along the way, as well as final images within my YouTube community. So if you guys do have your notifications on, amazing. If you don't, put those notifications on so you can stay updated on when I do post those projects, or even my social media. So yeah, you guys, this is very exciting, and I'm happy that I'm finally tapping into what I've been wanting to do for a long time.
Show you this book that I've been reading. I got this book a couple months ago, and I absolutely love it because it taught me about graphic design. So one thing about me is I'm gonna read a book. So this book is already finished, but I am going to read over it just to refresh my mind and really dive deeper into the text. So yeah, what I love about this book is that there's like a lot of examples, there's logo designs, there's understanding your brand, which is very important. There's also some activities that you can do to help you define yourself as an artist or a designer. This project that I liked as well that was really great. So this one went in depth on designing a logo. So she gives you a brief, the job spec, the toolkit, mood board, color palette, and typefaces, which is very important when branding. I'm not really into branding design. I'm more into print and advertising. This section here really did catch my eye. I love the fact that I'm able to see different ways that people are incorporating text and image to their to these posters. So, which is really important because you really want to grab your viewers' attention. And you know, like I said earlier, there's so much in graphic design that you need to know. So, so far I've learned a lot about placement, color and contrast. The importance of typography and scaling. So yeah, all these examples here do give an example of that. And the more that I look at these posters, I think I can incorporate this into my portfolio.
So the name of this brand that was created via Good Brief is called Beam Skincare. And Beam Skincare stands for radiance. The brand is fun, they're vibrant, they're all about self-care, body positivity. So the idea that generated from this brief was to create something that was very vibrant, very fun, and engaging. So this ad, for example, I created something that was, well, first off, I had to brainstorm on ideas and sketch out the templates that I wanted to incorporate, and then the colors, the fonts, everything. So, and also including the elements. So having all that planned beforehand definitely gave me leeway and saved me from stress, because if I did it from scratch, I definitely would have been stressed out. So yeah, it's an interesting experience for sure. And so I created all of the graphics, and as you guys can see here, I am playing around with the text. I'm not entirely sure where to put some of them, so I'm just going back and forth here to see what fits best. And I'm also working on alignment and where things should be placed. So yeah, a work in progress, but so far so good. I think I did great, especially with the colors. I did stick to a color palette, which I'm going to show you guys now, and these are the final Instagram ad stories. I'm really, really, really excited at how these look, because in the very beginning, it was so hard to come up with the templates, and look at how they came out, you guys. So I'm gonna have a full-on presentation on my website, so I'll be linking that soon. And yeah, if you guys want to stay up to date, please make sure you turn on those notifications so that way you can stay updated on my recent projects, and also follow me on social media.